The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome into Martinsburg Fieldhouse here for action that has already started here in the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Our first broadcast, as we'll have 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow. This one as Millbrook takes on Jefferson. Colin McLaughlin joining me. Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us. Sorry for the difficulties. Power went out along Eagle School Road this afternoon. Came back, but our power on our camera broke. On our computer had broken, so we had to get a new power supply, but we are back on the air here. A few minutes into this one, about 4:40 left in the first quarter with Jefferson on top 9-3 over Millbrook. And Colin, who has all 9 points for the Cougs?
Gladney has all 9 points for Jefferson. The 3 points for Millbrook has been from Brown.
And a shot there coming from Ford is no good. Going back the other way are the Cougars. Now a deep 3 on the way from Jamari Jenkins. That's no good. Rebounded by Ford. Ford down to Samario. Samario has it pushed out of bounds. Will remain Millbrook possession here, Colin.
Yeah, great job there by Jenkins after missing the three-pointer to get back and stop the fast break and swat that one out of the hands of Seminaro.
Inbound comes to Henry. Henry now over to Brown. Brown dribble drives in the lane and lays it up and in. 9-5 is the score. 4:06 left in the first quarter. Jamari Jenkins coming the other way for the Cougars. He's going to dribble drive in. He's going to have the ball taken away. Going back the other way now is Millbrook, the Pioneers. As that ball is fouled on the way by Tayshawn Roper. Calling here while we've got a second. Shout out the first quarter sponsors, sponsored in part by Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home serving our area since 1880. Also brought to you on TV 10 by CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. At the line is Javel Holmes. His shot, first one, is good.
That puts Millbrook now within 3 points of Jefferson.
So 9-6 is the score. Then Holmes' second shot is up and good, makes it a 2-point game here, just a 1-possession game. Bringing it up court is Jenkins. Jenkins now to Roper. Roper in the corner to Will Shively. Will Shively in the other corner, I believe that's Kalen Johnson.
No, that was Gladney.
That was Gladney. Excuse me. Kalen Johnson is right in front of us on the bench. My apologies. This will be a foul going to the line, underneath the basket, was not shooting. That'll be Gladney inbounding it. He'll inbound it to Jenkins. Now over to Roper. Roper back to Jenkins, now in the corner to Shively for 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown up ahead to Holmes. There'll be a travel going back the other way. Now Kalen Johnson enters. He is the younger brother of Cam Johnson, who last year had a great season.
Yes, he did on that undefeated Jefferson Cougar team throughout the regular season and then all the way up to the state tournament. But unfortunately, obviously, for those who remember last year, falling just shy of that state championship in the quarterfinals.
3:10 and counting left in this first quarter. Cougars are on top 9-7. In the corner now to Johnson. Johnson to Jenkins. Back to Gladney. Gladney tried to pass it down low to Johnson. Unfortunately, ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover.
That pass was just too strong for Johnson, went off his right hand, was unable to put two hands on the ball to catch that one.
Inbounded now to Samario. That was an interesting scenario there. Kind of looked like a walk.
Yeah, I think Henry wanted to go. It almost looked like to me Henry was trying to go for the no-look pass and was too flashy, because if he would have looked, he would have realized that the intended teammate that he was trying to pass to was about a few feet to the left of where the ball went.
Gladney has it. Gladney now to Jenkins. Jenkins at the top of the key trying to set up a play. 2:35 left. He shoots from the free throw line. That's no good, as the Cougars have really gone silent here.
Both have.
That's Jenkins. Jenkins to Shively. Shively in the corner to Johnson. His three on the way. That one's through. Kalen Johnson tickles the twine. Makes it 12-7, 2:15 left in this first quarter.
There you go. Hopefully that lights the spark to allow Jefferson to start back and sinking shots after that few minutes.
Now to Holmes. It'll be a turnover.
Got the charge. Great job by Johnson on the defensive end after getting the three, taking a charge. That's what you like to see from guys coming off the bench.
And it really is. So waiting the ball to come in here. And to Kalen Johnson. He passes over to Jenkins. Jenkins now to Gladney. In the ball game now is Chet Gore, 6'5" freshman who Coach Lewis kind of told us about earlier on when we had him on the Sports Mix, that he was going to be a player to get some good minutes in and have some good ball here as a freshman. But now it's a turnover in the corner. Now back to the top of the key to Burns. Burns now over to Ford. Ford dribble drives in. His shot is up and good. That was Andrew Henry. Makes it 12-9, 126 left. We've got a timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're tuned in to EPAC Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here for the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Once again, Spencer Pui joined alongside Colin McLaughlin. Happy to have you with us. Cameraman this evening. Right now, it's just Braden Schaffner. Nick Verzolini making his way back from our Eagle School Road studio as he was helping with the technical side of things as we get back on the air here after a computer failure during the power outage this afternoon. Shout out KMG Computers for having a part available for our computer to get back online this afternoon and into the evening here, as Jefferson's on top 12-9 into Chet Gore. Chet Gore now passes over to Kalen Johnson. Now around, shot on the way from Jenkins. That three is good. 15-9 here as we head under 52 seconds left in this first quarter.
And that's something clearly that Jefferson wants to rely on tonight, is that three-point game. Already made three so far.
And a shot up is good. 15-11 is the score under 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Now Jenkins down low. He has the ball batted away. Going back the other way now. It's up to Banks. Banks will dribble drive in, and it will be a turnover. Tried to pull a Euro step there, but he couldn't do it.
Yep, he went for the Euro step, realized, I think, at the very last second that he wasn't going to be able to put up a shot, so he tried to give it up to Cresswell, and it went right off Cresswell's foot and into the student section for Martinsburg later on today.
Those other side bleachers.
Yep.
How about that? Or behind the basket bleachers. How about that? Here we are under 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Jenkins will dribble drive in. His layup is up, no good. Rebounded by Shively. Shively puts that one up off the glass and in. 17-11. Cougars on top here, under 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Dribble drive down low. Criswell, his shot is good. 17-13, 3 and 2 and 1. Shot on the way from Gladney. That one no good. At the end of the first quarter, it's 17 for the Cougars and the Millbrook Pioneers 13. We'll head to the second quarter after this 1-minute break. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back at 60.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here for Game 2 varsity-wise of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Colin, did you get the ending score for the game before that? Cesar Chavez out of D.C. and Gainesville out of Virginia.
I did not get the exact final score, but I know it was Gainesville with a lot of points and Cesar Chavez with a little points, or a few points.
And we're back here to play. It's a travel on Millbrook. So it'll be Cougar ball, 17-13, 7:53 left in this first half. Jaden Gladney over to Jenkins. Back to Jenkins. Now to Chet Gore. Over to Gladney. 7:35 left here into Jenkins. His shot is blocked. Blocked by Darius Banks. Coming back the other way is Dietrich Brown. Excuse me, that would have been Dietrich Brown with the block. 10 is not on the court in Banks. But we've got a foul here. Be a foul on the Cougars, it appears.
After a brief rest on the bench, it's going to be Johnson, Roper, as well as Shively checking back in for Jefferson.
Into Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown gets past the timeline. He's being covered by Roper. Now over to Banks. Banks now to Simuro, 3 on the way is no good. Rebounded by Gore. Gore now to Gladney. Gladney to Gore. Back to Gladney. Now in the corner to Wyatt Shively. Ball comes to the top of the key in Roper. Now into Gore. He'll dribble drive in. Lay that one off the glass and no good. Rebounded by the Pioneers and Banks. Banks looks to find a passing partner. That over to Holmes. Holmes back to Banks. Ball nearly taken away, but it's Holmes. Down low. The layup is up and good from Chase Ford. Makes it 17-15 here. 6:25 left in the second quarter. Over to Gore. Gore wearing 2 different colored shoes here. I don't know if you noticed that, Colin.
I did. I like them.
Red and green, Christmas themed. Deep 3 on the way. That one was from Kalen Johnson and no good. Going back the other way is Millbrook. Now over to Brown. Brown passes it to Samaro. Back to Brown. Brown being guarded by Wyatt Shively. Now passes it over to Ford. Ford's shot is up and rolls around and in. The Pioneers tie the ball game up here at 17 all, 5:48 left in this first half.
Yeah, Millbrook's really settled down after the first 5 points, all coming from Brown. Now you've had Holmes as well as Burns, Ford, Henry, and Cresswell in the score column.
Down low to Shively. Shively back out to Gore. Gore's 3 on the way, and that's money. Chet Gore, the 6'5" freshman, tickles the twine. 2017. Cougars are back on top.
Jefferson doing the same thing. It was the first 9 points all from Gladney. Now Johnson, Jenkins, Shively, and Gore in the scores column.
Ball bounces off the body of Gore. Taken back the other way is Johnson. He'll go end to end. Lay that one up and in. A 5-point swing for the Cougars here to take a 22-17 lead. 5:05 left in the second quarter.
Great body control there from Keelan Johnson when he went up for the finger roll to keep his balance with the pressure on him.
Brought to you on TV. This quarter is brought to you on TV 10 after a shot's no good by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. At 360 Hack, Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or on Orsini's.com. Gladney's three on the way, no good. That one is rebound is fought for, and I believe it'll be a foul there. Are they calling a foul?
Yeah,
they are.
I think so, yeah, right at the final seconds before the ball went out of bounds.
It'll be a turnover. We're also brought to you on TV 10 by Skinner Law Firm. Injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. It's 22-17, 4:39 left in the first half between Jefferson and Millbrook in the second game varsity-wise of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Ball down low to Banks, then pass back out to Ford. Ford tried to get that one to Burns. Burns' shot is up and no good. Coming back the other way is Jenkins. That shot is up and good. 24-17 as the Cougars now have a 7-point lead. And they've taken the ball away. That's Will Shively. Now to Jenkins. Jenkins will take it to the rack. No good, but Shively gets the rebound. Tries to put it back up. No good. He is fouled on the floor.
The intensity is back for Jefferson. They really just flipped it into another gear, it seems like, here. And after a 17-17 game, they're on a 7-0 run. It's the fourth team foul on Millbrook as well.
We understand Coach Lewis not here tonight. Don't know if he's away or is on or is under the weather, but hopefully he's able to watch. Here is another three coming on the way. That's from Jenkins. Makes it 27-17, but if he is sick, hopefully he gets well soon. Millbrook now with the ball. Tried to pass it down low. This time it's to Ford. Ford to the top of the key. He's over to Burns. Burns now to Dietrich Brown. He is fouled.
And Brown kind of drew that foul a little bit. Gave a little head nod when he felt the contact to try to sell it and got the call. It's the fifth team foul now for Jefferson.
Brown will inbound it. Into Holmes. Ball taken away by Jenkins. Jenkins going to run the court. He dribble drives in. That one's off the glass, no good. Will Shively trying to get the rebound up, no good. He is fouled on the way to the hoop.
A lot of missed opportunities these last few possessions for
both teams.
Jefferson.
Well, honestly, both.
For Millbrook, it's been the sloppy passes, it seems like, a lot so far tonight. Or just the wrong passes.
Yeah.
Shively missed the first one.
Shively's first shot is up and no good. Coming in now for the Cougars is Moses Talley. He's a senior. Decided to come out for basketball this year. He was on the football field this year as well.
Yes, he was.
I believe he played a little quarterback.
Yep, we got to see him play quarterback, Moses Talley, when Harich, unfortunately, was injured in that game against Martinsburg.
I had a little stinger, ended up coming back the next game, though. But Millbrook finds a man in the corner. That's a two. That is no good coming from Henry. Now going back the other way is Will Shively. Will Shively, I believe they're going to call it on Shively there.
Yep, they called the offensive foul.
Will Shively's got some looks, right, Colin? Some college looks, I believe.
I believe so. He's playing well tonight, just a little bit too aggressive there. Down low, kind of lowered his shoulder in while he went up to try to draw the foul, but instead was on him instead of on Millbrook.
So 28-27, 3:14 left in this first half. Millbrook running the offense, but it's going to be a turnover there.
Yeah, great defense by Tayshawn Roper to get the 5-second call against Millbrook.
So Will Shively will continue his basketball and academic career at Hood College coming up next year.
Not too far away.
Yeah, not too far away. He'll graduate from Jefferson at the end of this year, the class of 2023. Now over to Jenkins. Back to Jenkins at the top of the key after a pass over to Gladney. 3 on the way. Coming from Wyatt Shively's no good. 2:43 left in this first half. Ball down low, comes off the leg, stayed in. Great job by Millbrook and Andrew Henry to keep that ball in. Down low, now over to Criswell, Cone Criswell. Now to Brown. Reverse layup is up and good. Millbrook finally back in the scoring column. 28-19, 2:15 left in the first half.
Yep, that ended the 11-0 run.
Up to Jenkins. Jenkins, just a sophomore this year. He led the way for the Cougars as a freshman, but timeout coming. And we'll take one with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're tuning in to West Virginia High School Basketball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 30.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Game 2 here. We missed Game 1. That was Cesar Chavez versus Gainesville. Cesar Chavez out of D.C. and Gainesville out of Virginia. Gainesville got the big win in that one, Colin. But here we are. Two teams one team that we know regionally in Millbrook, and then obviously an EPAC team we know in Jefferson. It was a tightly contested ball game for a little bit, but now Jefferson seems to have opened things up after, just some miscues by Millbrook tonight.
Yeah, it was 17-17 at one point, but now Jefferson started with an 11-0 run. Brown has just responded with a basket to make it a 28-19 game, but so far so good for the Cougars.
2:02 left in this first half. Cougars have possession, and that is Roper. Now in the corner to Johnson. Or excuse me, that was Gladney. Roper had it back, he turned it over.
Felt like there, Roper probably should have just went up for the layup inside the paint instead of trying to dish it down low.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's Andrew Henry. Now over to Laro. Or excuse me, not Laro. That was Pell. But it's another turnover into Jenkins. Jenkins' layup is up and no good. Going back the other way is Millbrook. Down to Burns. Burns' jumper is no good. Wyatt Shively gets the rebound. Over to Talley. Now back to Jenkins as he's trying to set up a play here with 1:12 left in this first half. 28-19 is the score in favor of the Jefferson Cougars. Wyatt Shively, cross-court pass to Gladney. Gladney step back three on the way. No good. It's going to be a foul, though,
against
on
Moses
Talley.
Talley. Yep. Waiting to see if they have updated the scoreboard, if that's the 7th team foul, if it's only the 6th. Looks like it is the 7th, so that means 1-1 now for Millbrook.
Yeah, so 1-1 at the line.
I believe it's Brown at the line.
Yeah, it is Brown, I believe. Can't really see the number from here. Do you see it, Colin?
Yeah, it's Brown. I see the 11 now.
Yep. His first shot is up and good. 28-20 is the score.
And that's what you need if you're a Millbrook fan, is for Brown to take over the game again for Millbrook. Leading the way with 8 points right now. He needs to be the leader if they want to be able to come back in this one against Jefferson.
So 28-20 is the score. 59.2 seconds left. Second free throw is up and good. Chet Gore inbounds it to Johnson. Or no, that's Gladden. No, that is Johnson, right?
Yeah, Johnson has the green shoelaces.
Yes. Now to Jenkins. Jenkins, did he step out? No, he's fouled.
Yep, they're calling a foul on Burns. It's his first, team fifth.
45.8 seconds left in this first half. Ball inbounded to Jenkins. Passes it over to Kalen Johnson, younger brother of former Cougar Cam Johnson. And it's a double dribble there. Cam Johnson went down to, I believe is it Porterhouse?
Not sure off the top of my head. I'd have to look.
But he will be on his way to Notre Dame College, D2 Notre Dame College in the MEC next year.
Yep, a school we know from football because of Shepherd, but also a old conference foe of Shepherd.
Yeah, it is Potterhouse, not Porterhouse. Potterhouse in Florida.
I was about to say Porterhouse is a steak. You're making me hungry.
Hey, the great spread here. Shout out to Martinsburg for setting that up. Rebound here for the Cougars. That one to Johnson. Johnson will now pass to Jenkins here. 7 seconds left. Wait for the final shot here. Jenkins dribble drives in. Pass out to Johnson. His three is on the way. That one's off the mark. No good. Shot coming there from Talley was not in time. So 28-21 is the score at halftime. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we will break down here this first half. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here as we're in Game 2, but our first game broadcast of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here in 2022. Spencer Dupuis, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. Cameraman tonight, Braden Schaffner. Nick Verzolini provided technical support in the studio. He's on his way back. Shout out to Mike Hornby, our owner today, for helping us out, getting us on the air tonight. And KMG Computers as well. Dylan Bishop back in the studio. So we'll hear in the Mansion Ferretti halftime show. Brought to you by Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. And Colin, a very competitive first half.
Yeah, it was. Sloppy second quarter, though. Very low scoring. Jefferson getting 11 points in that second quarter. Millbrook getting 8 after. It seemed like things really settled down eventually in that first quarter, but sloppy passes and just, unfortunately, on both sides, lack of execution in that second quarter. Hopefully, they're in the locker rooms right now. Both teams are settling back in and gearing up for a very intense and entertaining second half.
You got some numbers for me?
I do. So right now, you want me to start with Millbrook or Jefferson?
Start with
first?
Jefferson there in the lead, 28-21.
Leading the way for Jefferson with 9 points is Gladney. Behind him is Jenkins with 6. Johnson has 5. I believe Shively has 3. Gore has 3 as well. And then the other Shively at being Wyatt Shively with 2 points.
All right, now for Millbrook.
All right, for Millbrook, you have leading the way, it is Brown with 9 points of his own. Ford right behind him with 4 points. And then Holmes, Burns, Henry, and Cresswell with 2 points each, respectively.
All right, at the ball game here right now, Jefferson on top of Millbrook, 28-21. We'll step aside for a 1 minute break, Dylan. 1 minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Dylan Bishop. He'll get you updated on some scores around the country. We'll be back after this. You're tuned in to the Mansion Freddy Halftime Show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 1 minute, you'll hear Dylan Bishop.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross in the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our first game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here in 2022 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Spencer Dupuy, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, and Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM AM 740. Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Colin, things in the beginning of the game, it seemed like it was going all Jefferson. Then it kind of staggered off for Jefferson with Millbrook kind of making the comeback. They tied it up at 17, and then really it's just been all Cougars since.
Yeah, that second quarter, when it got tied up at 17 all, Jefferson was able to kick it into another gear, get on that 11-0 run to make it 28-17. But then right at the end, it was Millbrook putting 4 more points on the scoreboard to pull within single digits at 7 points right now. So hopefully, for Jefferson's sake, they can get back into that gear that we saw with the 11-0 run as they get the ball to start this third quarter and really put this one away in this third quarter so that you don't have to worry about crunch time coming in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and third quarter is brought to you on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford. Revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Also by Smallwood & Small Insurance, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361 as we're in action here in the third quarter. Will Shively has it now. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins now to Roper. So Shively, a 3 coming from Jenkins. That's off the front of the iron and no good. Going back the other way is Millbrook. 28-21, 7:30 left in this third quarter. Now over to Ford. Ford has it at the top of the key. Passes it now to Dietrich Brown. Now I thought about a 3 there coming from Ford. That's no good. Or now a reverse lay-in by Richie Pell, who started the ball game. That is good. 28-23.
It's Pell's first 2 points of the evening.
Yeah, he started the game, and then he kind of got taken out of the game and didn't play a lot of that first half. Now over to Jenkins. Jenkins to Shively, and he slid on the court there, Colin.
Yeah, he slid on the court like I slid and fell earlier here.
I want video for that. We're working on video for that. You might see that tomorrow. But a block there by Wyatt Shively on the other end. He's able to get possession. Now to Jenkins. In the corner to Will Shively. His 3 is through. Will Shively with a 3. 31-23, 6:33 left. On the other way, a layup. That one is no good, but gotten by his teammate in Ford, and that's good. Lays it up and in. 31-25, 6:23 left in this third quarter. Jenkins now double guarded here. Now he passes to Wyatt Shively. Then at the top of the key for Gladney. His 3 is good. 34-25. Jefferson on top. 6:09 left. Running some trap here, but it gets into an open man and Banks. Banks now to Ford. His jumper is up and no good. It will be Millbrook basketball underneath.
Yeah, but I believe they called Gladney with an over-the-back foul. And now it looks like we have a technical foul. Yep.
That's on Jaden Gladney.
That's tough.
And Nick Verzolini returns. Shout out to Nick for helping us get everything back running in the studio. So a tech coming from Jaden Gladney, and he's out of the contest.
I was about to say, is he just out after the technical to kind of calm him down, or was that his 5th foul? I didn't see.
Well, probably it's his first foul.
No, because it's 2 fouls there.
I don't know. Did you calculate the fouls?
I did not.
First free throw on the tech, that one is no good.
Yep, Seminaro at the line.
By Seminaro. Seminaro, who got brought up to varsity or is on the roster now, wasn't on it to begin the season. He makes 1 of 2 for the tech, makes it 34-26.
Now Millbrook gets the ball.
Now Millbrook, they were going to get the ball underneath, remember that.
Yep.
So they have possession back now. That is Dietrich Brown. He passes it over to Darius Banks. Down low, shot coming from forward is no good. Back out to Brown. Now that is Samario. He goes down low, and that shot's no good. Rebound is fought for, got by Will Shively, and I believe he's fouled.
Brown was just trying to do too much down low there to get his space instead of just kicking it out. He had an open man at the top of the key, just was unable to find him.
So it'll be Jefferson basketball, 34-26, 5:35 left in the third quarter. Gladney brings it up. Or excuse me, that's Jenkins. Now down low to Wyatt Shively. His layup is up and good on the pass from Tayshawn Roper. 36-26, 5:15 left in this third quarter, and a wide open shot from Samaria. That's no good. Rebounded by Wyatt Shively.
A little bit of contact after the shot, no call on the follow-through.
Now to Roper. Roper dribble drives in, now in a corner. A 3-ball coming from Ty Vickers is no good.
Got a jump ball called. After it was rebounded by Brown, sneaking up was Will Shively from behind to create that jump ball.
Inbounding now to Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown all the way to a wide open chase forward. He'll bring it in. He'll take the jumper. That's good. 36-28, 4:51 left in the third quarter. Jenkins has it, trying to set up the offense here. He's going to pass it to Wyatt Shively at the top of the key. Now over to Roper. Now to Vickers. Down low to Wyatt Shively. To Jenkins. A 3 on the way. That is in. It rolls around and in. 11-point lead for the Cougars, 39-28. That's Ford underneath.
I don't know what Wyatt Shively was thinking there. He knew that he was sitting out of bounds and still just swatted that ball to try to save it, even though he was clearly out.
39-28 is the score. A wide open corner 3. That one is from Jacob Burns. Makes it 39-31. 4:20 left in this quarter.
Millbrook not going away, though.
And down low to Wyatt Shively, another shot. He makes that one. He's got 4 points in this quarter. Jamari Jenkins with the steal, and they're going to get him for the push-off.
I think they're calling that foul against Millbrook.
Oh, yeah, they
Yep,
are.
they're saying that
on Burns.
Burns' feet were not planted.
So Jenkins at the line.
This is the intensity that we needed in the high-scoring third quarter so far.
First shot is up and good, makes it 42-31.
It's the first points of the evening that are not from beyond the arc for Jenkins. All 9 points were on 3 threes.
That second one is up and good, makes it 43-31, 4:02 left in the quarter. Double teaming now, gets it over to Holmes. Over to Pell. Now down low. Now back to Pell. He'll shoot a 3. That one is through. Long range 3 from Pell. Makes it a 9-point ball game. 3:40 left in the third quarter, 43-34. Jenkins now over to Will Shively. Will Shively back to Jenkins, another three. That one's off the iron, no good, but rebounded by Tayshawn Roper. The speed over there now to Ty Vickers, now into Will Shively. His shot is no good. It's going to be a foul, though, here. It appears it's going to be on Chase Ford.
Yeah, a little bit surprising. I thought that Ford had the position, in my opinion, at first, and it was Shively that kind of jumped up and landed on the back of Ford, but I guess the call could have went either way, maybe call fouls on both of them, but Jefferson gets the break.
Into Will Shively. He's going to shoot a three. That one's off the mark, no good. Wyatt Shively nearly gets the rebound, but it was taken there by Andrew Henry. He'll shoot a jumper. That one is no good, and it will remain Millbrook possession as that one goes out of bounds off Wyatt Shively.
Things, though, settling down now for both teams.
Inbounding it now to Cohen Crosswell. That's no good. Rebounded by Wyatt Shively.
I think they're going to get Wyatt Shively with an over the back as well.
When you have two brothers on the team, you're going to mess up their names a couple times. It's the first game we've had Jefferson this year. I'll get it by the next game.
Hopefully. I know even Millbrook has brothers, I believe, in the Holmes brothers.
Yeah. I've not seen much of Jamari Holmes, though.
That's true.
Inbounding now. That's over to Jenkins. Jenkins will get past half court. 43-34, 2:53 and counting left in this third quarter. Inbound or a reverse layup coming there from Gladney is no good. 2:45 left in this third quarter. Coming back, they're going to call for him going.
Yeah, they called a backcourt violation against Millbrook. I guess it last went off of Burns. It was close because I know Gladney got a hand in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it was the right call.
An interesting.
It was definitely a closer call than.
Jenkins now over to Will Shively. Now to Kalen Johnson. Over to Moses Talley. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins will dribble drive in. He'll pass it out to Johnson. Johnson tries to fling it around and no good. Down to Holmes. His shot is no good. Going back the other way is Jenkins. Jenkins to Will Shively. That layup is up and rattles around and in. 45-34, 11-point lead once again for the Cougars.
That ended the drought for a few minutes too.
Under 2 left in this third quarter. Foul coming on Jamari Jenkins.
Jenkins got a little locked up there after he realized he got beat. Didn't want to allow an easy layup on the right side. Smart foul.
Now here, 1:50 and counting left. Into Henry. Henry will dribble drive in. His shot is deflected around and no good. Kalen Johnson up ahead to Will Shively. He keeps that one in bounds. Now back to Johnson. Johnson over to Gladney, but can't get it there. It's going to be a free lane to the layup or to the basket, and a one-handed slam dunk from Javel Holmes makes it 45-36. Nobody within 5 feet.
Yeah, I saw him do that in warm-ups. Was hoping to get to see it in the game. Hopefully that's the spark for Millbrook to make this an entertaining one.
Yeah.
Cut the lead back to 9 now.
Jenkins at the top, at the new Bulldogs logo. We haven't had to talk about this yet for basketball, but they got a new floor here at Martinsburg. Talk about it during volleyball. Jamari Jenkins finds his way through the lane, and that one's good. Tried to do a football pass, and they got it. The layup is good by Tyler Samaro. 47-38. Now that's Gladney. His shot's no good. Dietrich Brown has it now to Samario. His layup is good. Back-to-back layups for Samario makes it just a 7-point ball game, 47-40 as we go under 35. seconds left in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like that Holmes one-handed jam was that spark.
Jamari Jenkins kind of going to let the clock run here.
That's what Jefferson's trying to do, catch its breath and try to survive the final seconds of this third quarter.
Take the last shot of the third quarter here. They're still leading by 7. 12 and 11. 10 seconds now. 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, and 4. Jenkins tries to dribble in. That shot's off the mark. No good. Pass taken away by Will Shively. He heaves up a shot, and that one is off the backboard. That would have been a miracle of a shot, but Jefferson still has the lead by 7, 47-40. We'll be back after this 60-second break. We'll start the fourth quarter. You're tuned into West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here for our first game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here in 2022. As we head to the final quarter, Jefferson on top of Millbrook out of Virginia, 47-40. Fourth quarter brought to you on TV 10 by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Also by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Spencer Boyd joined alongside Colin McLaughlin. Happy to have you with us. Dylan Bishop back in the studio. Braden Schaffner running camera. Nick Verzolini technical support tonight. Kalen Johnson's layup is no good, but he was fouled.
Smart play by Johnson, finding the space to draw that foul. Jefferson so far tonight haven't really been to the free throw line too much. 3 for 4 as a team. And it's been Jenkins and Shively each to the line.
So it'll be Kalen Johnson at the line. His first shot is up and good. 48-40 is the score. 7:49 here left in a stop the clock in the fourth quarter. Second shot is up and good as well. Makes it 49-40, a 9-point lead for the Cougars here in the fourth. Double teaming here, and that pass down low, and the shot is up and good. That is from Cohen Criswell.
How'd that one go in?
I don't know. I think he was thinking the same thing as well, or he knew it was going in the whole time. Now to Chet Gore here. Chet Gore to Jenkins. Down low to Gladney. His layup is up and no good. He tries to get his own rebound, but it is Andrew Henry with the rebound. That ball's taken away by Jenkins to Gladney. That pass is taken away, though, by Samaro. Samaro slowed things down here. They'll take a three. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Kalen Johnson, but I thought he was fouled, but
yep, they're just saying that
he was going to the ground before he was fouled. Right? I guess that's
what it looks like the call is. So Millbrook will get the ball back, and now checking in is Roper for Jefferson, and it looks like he's taking out Johnson after that.
I think he's coming up maybe hobbling a little bit.
I don't know if he was just frustrated with himself or if it was more of a limp.
Samaro with the three off the inbound. That one's through. 49-45 now the score. 6:56 left in this contest.
Can't leave guys wide open beyond the arc. That's another three-pointer tonight for Millbrook and 8 points now for Seminara.
Wyatt Shively now, he'll dribble around and in, and he'll put that shot up and no good, but Chet Gore with the rebound.
I feel like even though it's not a goaltending, that shot was missed because of Holmes and how strong he hit the glass when he went up for the block, missed the ball, but you could clearly tell, and I know people could tell if they're tuned in on TV 10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, how much the basket moved on that.
Inbounding now. And ball taken away by Will Shively. They're going to call a jump ball, and it should be Cougar basketball, and it is.
He's been scrappy tonight. 8 points and really down low, fighting hard, been able to draw fouls, get rebounds, and now a steal.
Yeah. Inbounding it now to Jenkins. Jenkins. He'll dribble, drive in, and he's fouled.
It looks like they're saying it's on the floor, not a shooting foul. Foul against Brown. That's somebody that's been quiet this half as well, is Brown. He only has 9 points, all coming in the first half.
Inbounded now to Wyatt Shively. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded there by Darius Banks.
It's a missed opportunity. It almost looked like Millbrook wanted that to happen as well.
Dietrich Brown with a shot, no good. He gets his own rebound. Now to Samaro. His three is good. Another three on the money for Tyler Samaro.
And he's put his team on his back and made it a 1-point game now. Here we go.
Here we go here. 5:56 and counting left in this contest.
It's a 9-1 run for Millbrook.
Steve Grubbs, the head coach for Millbrook, has this guy now going the other way with the layup. That's Samaro. He's got, 8 points now, forces a timeout.
13 points now.
13 points as they take the lead here, 50-49. We'll take one with them. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back at 30.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse in the middle of a full timeout. Colin.
What a turnaround.
The Pioneers have scratched and crawled their way back against the Cougars. You see what I did there?
Yeah, you made a Pioneer a Cougar.
What's a Pioneer?
I feel like it's more of a volunteer type thing, kind of a military-esque mascot.
Perhaps.
But so far, so good now, especially in this fourth quarter for Millbrook to go on a 10-1 run to start in the first 2:20 or so of this fourth quarter. And it's all thanks to Seminaro with 13 points this half.
Yeah. Cougars now trying to get back on the board here. It's Jamari Jenkins at the top of the key trying to set up the offense. He's going to pass now to Tayshawn Roper. Back to Jenkins. Now in the corner to Will Shively. Will Shively back to Jenkins. Now to Jaden Gladney. His three is off the mark, no good. Wyatt Shively. He'll get fouled when he was going up for the chop.
Yeah, Brown went for the rejection, got the hand of Shively, and I think also might have gotten a face of one of his teammates. I think he might have accidentally caught Banks in the lip. You can see Banks trying to just wipe it off and check his eyes. He might have got a poked eye as well from his teammate. But he's staying in the game.
And that one on the floor, and Will Shively gets it. He lays that one up and in. Makes it 51-40, 51-50. Jefferson retakes the lead. Now down low to Pell. Pell now back to the top to Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown has to stop. He's going to get it to Samario. Samario, he's going to get fouled, and he's shooting two.
Yeah, he went for the heat check with an off-balance left-handed shot while going to the ground, but he earned that trip to the free throw line for sure.
He's really come on here of late, Colin.
Yes, he has. And he's trying to put the team on his back to get Millbrook to 5-5, and what seemed like it was going to be a win for Jefferson at halftime. Right now, Millbrook still not going away.
51-50, 5:03 left in the contest.
But he missed the first free throw.
Missed the first free throw. Second one is up and good. Ties the ball game at 51. Will Shively inbounds it to Jamari Jenkins. Jenkins now gets past the timeline. Fakes the pass here. Now he's going to try to set up the offense to Will Shively. Will Shively gets a dribble drive in. He'll get fouled by Samario. Seventh foul. Makes it 1-1 here. Will Shively at the line.
He's 1 for 2 so far.
First shot is up and straight through. Makes it 52-51.
That puts him now with 11 points tonight and 3 Jefferson Cougars in double figures. It's Jenkins leading the way with 13, Gladney right behind with 12, and now Shively with 11.
Nobody down there for the Cougars. The second shot on the way, that's off the mark. Rebounded there by Jacob Burns.
And that's where it hurts you with nobody down there, nobody to try and rebound.
Now down low to Dietrich Brown. His layup is up and good. They retake the lead 53-52 here. 4:38 left. A three coming from Shively. That one's through! Will Shively putting the team on his back here. 55-53. 4:30 left in the contest. Are they going to call a foul there? I think they're going to call on Tayshawn Roper. Yeah, looks like they will.
Yep. That's his second, team sixth, which means one more, and Millbrook shooting 1-1.
And Cougars almost get that ball back. Down low to Pell. Pell's layup is up and good. They tie the ball game at 55. Roper now to Jenkins. Now to Will Shively. He'll shoot a three. That one straight through. Will Shively, back-to-back threes, puts the Cougars up 58-55. 4 minutes left in the contest.
Where does this come from Will Shively? 14 points in the second half now, 17 in total.
He's trying to will his team to victory. Ball down to Pell. Now to Ford. Ford tries to lay that one up, no good. Kind of some sloppy offense here. Coming back is Dietrich Brown. Are they going to say that Will Shively gets possession and or gets the feet down? He does.
Wyatt Shively took the charge, and now he's limping. He's
going to shake
looked
that
like
one off.
Tweaked his left ankle.
I think he's going to shake that one off, though, Colin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's a gamer. 58-55. Will Shively put the Cougars on top. 3:41 left, and a timeout is called here. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're tuned into West Virginia High School basketball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, back in 30.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsinis.com. Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here for the 2022 Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. A classic ball game happening here between the Jefferson Cougars and the Millbrook Pioneers out of nearby Virginia. 58-55, 3:41 left in the contest, and Colin, a classic really.
Yeah, Millbrook is fighting.
It's like one jab, then the other guy's going to jab, and the other guy's going to jab, and the other guy's going to jab.
It's been a fun one.
Who's going to have the last jab?
Don't know yet, obviously. Still a lot of time left, but Will Shively, what a performance so far, Spencer. 17 points back-to-back threes to give
the team
Jefferson
on his back.
A 3-point lead. But Millbrook has not gone away at all tonight.
We're getting back here from the full timeout. It will be Cougars basketball. 3:41 remaining now as Jenkins will pick it up here. 55-58. Colin just mentioned Will Shively with back-to-back threes, clutch threes here in crunch time.
Seminaro on the bench right now for Millbrook, but not for long. He's already at the scores table to check back in with 14 points, all coming in the second half.
Yes, Jenkins now at the Bulldogs logo. He'll pass over to Gladney. Now to Roper. Back to Jenkins here. They kind of just try to chew some clock. Down low now to Shively once again from three. That one's off the mark, no good. Jenkins tried to come in and clean it up. Unfortunately, he couldn't. That's Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown dribble drives in. Now back out to Ford. Ford, some sloppy basketball, but Will Shively saves it. Down low to Gladney. He decides not to shoot. Puts it back out to Jenkins. 2:45 and counting left in this ball game. The Cougars are going to try to claw this one out. Jenkins now to Roper. Passes over to Gladney now. 2:30 left and counting. Now back to Jenkins. They're trying to set something up. He'll dribble drive in, and ball's poked away by the Pioneers, but out of bounds.
Yeah, Jenkins trying to say he was fouled, at his arm held down. Didn't get the call, but fortunately for Jefferson, still get the keeps possession. Waste some more time on the clock. Already wasted about 30-40 seconds here this possession.
Holmes and Samaro are in for the for the Pioneers. Jenkins now trying to waste some more clock here. He'll dribble drive in, pass down to Wyatt Shively. His shot is taken out of the air, but he fights for the ball, and I think he's hurt.
Yeah, he's slow getting up again. I think it's that left leg again for him.
And a layup is no good coming from Pell. And Wyatt Shively is hurt. He's trying to gut this one out. He's trying to gut it out. He is hurt.
Yeah, he's asking for a timeout, but couldn't get one.
He needs to come out. I don't know if he's going to be able to come out. They are. They're going to bring in Ty Vickers not Ty Vickers. Kalen Johnson's going to come back into the contest.
Just got to hope that he's okay. You can see something's clearly wrong.
He was trying to gut through it, but when he fell to the ground that last time, he could not. But at the free throw line, as we're going to be shooting 1-on-1s from here on out. So that's Jenkins. 58-55. First one is through, makes it 59-55. Now at least a two-possession ball game.
That's tough with Shively on the bench now, because both Shively brothers have been a presence down low to wreak havoc for Jefferson. Now missing one. Will Shively has to step up down low.
Gladney misses the second. He guts back and runs down to the defense. Now that is Burns. Burns tries to take it the distance. He can't, but he is fouled. Shooting two is Burns.
Burns' first time to the free throw line tonight, but so far, Millbrook as a whole, 100%, 4 for 4.
1:39 left in the contest. Down 4 of the Pioneers. Burns at the free throw line. His first shot is up and good, makes it 59-56.
You got to keep knocking these down, especially late in the ball game, if you want to stay close.
Coming out is Roper.
Puts it back to a one-possession game now.
As Wyatt Shively is going to gut this thing out and come back in the ball game.
He's a fighter.
Second shot is up and straight through. Inbounded it to Jenkins. Jenkins now has to get to Johnson. Johnson comes down now to Will Shively. Back to Jenkins. 1:30 and counting left. They're going to try to run some clock here. Passes it now over to Gladney. Now to Johnson. Johnson, he is fouled.
Almost looked like he was going down to the court first before the foul. That was really close to almost going the other way with a travel violation, but instead that sends Johnson to the free throw line. And you got to remember, in West Virginia high school basketball, there's no shot clock. So Jefferson right now just hanging out really close to that half-court line, trying to waste as much time as possible with this lead.
Yeah. They'll go to the line, though. Kalen Johnson, the junior, younger brother of Cam Johnson, who's at Potter House and will continue It's a post-grad program in Florida. He'll continue his basketball career at D2 Notre Dame College in the MEC in Ohio. He makes the first one, makes it 60-57. Second shot is up and no good. A one-possession ball game here, 1:22 and counting left in the game. Wide Shively tries to go for the ball down low, and it's a turnover as the ball bounces off the hands and out of bounds of Chase Ford.
Another costly mistake for Millbrook.
Holmes and Banks are checking in. Checking out is Samaro and Dietrich Brown. Not for long, probably. Probably for defense here.
Yeah, they want somebody else to try to get the foul.
Gets fouled.
You don't want your two leading scorers to get the foul against them. That's Henry's third foul. That'll send Will Shively, who's really come alive here in this second half, to the free throw line to try to put this one away and make it a two-possession game.
1:12 left. Will Shively, his shot rolls around. That thing almost stopped at the edge of the backboard in the rim, Colin.
I thought it was going to. I lost count of how many bounces on the back of that iron there was before that one fell through. But that's the kind of night it's been so far for Will Shively, who now has 18 points.
It really is. 61-57, 1:12 left. The second one is on the way. That one rims out. Still a 4-point game in favor of the Cougars, and stuck behind the line. Now they're going to get it past the line. Now we're to Dietrich Brown. Dietrich Brown guarded by Jenkins. Now over to Pell. Down low to Samario. His shot is good, and he'll score the field goal and go to the line.
And that makes things interesting now.
Wait, did he make the shot?
He did. It's an and one.
Okay. It took a little bit on to go up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, if he sinks this one, it's down to a 1-point game. And that's been the battle this fourth quarter. It's been Seminaro, who now has 16 points, all coming in the second half, against Will Shively, who has 18 points with 15 in the second half.
Seminaro, his free throw is up and good, makes it a 1-point ball game, 61-60, 54.9 left. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're tuned to West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, back at 30.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. Now accepting new patients at all locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, Winchester, and at our newest office in Ranson. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Field House for the 2022 Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Spencer DeBuicall and McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. Cameraman this evening for Game 1 is Braden Schaffner. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop, Nick Verzolini, tech guy, IT guy tonight.
Yeah, he's been doing it all, and right now getting ready for
the jack of all trades
that we have.
He'll be on play-by-play next. He was helping with our technical issues earlier. Shout out KMG Computers tonight.
Yeah, they
Lifesaver.
saved us for sure. If it was not for KMG Computers and having
the
last
one in stock, apparently.
Oh, I did not hear that part. That makes it even more intense.
Mike Hornby told
so
us.
Shout out for Mike for being able to be back at the studio and getting that problem solved too. So
especially because he was not here this morning. He woke up in a different part of West Virginia. Inbound, under 54 seconds left now. Cougars trying to run some clock. Will Shively trying to get it past half court. Ball is taken away by Ford.
And that's a foul. Or no, they're calling the timeout right at the last second. I think they almost called the walk, but Millbrook able to call its final timeout, keep possession, and that makes things very interesting because now Millbrook, with a basket, has the lead.
Yeah.
Which it has not had since, I believe, 50-48 or something around there. Because we saw it was, I think, 50-50, and then the first three-pointer by Will Shively responded, had another tie ball game, and then Shively made another 3 to take the lead, and it's been Jefferson with the lead since then. But now Millbrook again continuing to fight. They were down 7 to start this fourth quarter. It's been a fun one.
It's been a barn burner here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for Game 2 varsity-wise of the 2022 Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. At the end of the conclusion of this ballgame, we'll stay here, get the Palace Lounge post-game show, a short one, going quickly here with Martinsburg taking on Why am I blanking right now?
Light
Ridge out of Virginia after this one, 20 minutes after this game concludes. Inbounded now to Samaro. 40 and counting. They'll let the clock run here. Almost jukes out Will Shively. You hear the oohs and ahs here.
Yeah, this gym's packed right now, getting ready for the next game. Everybody locked in on this one, though.
Turnover, and Jamari Jenkins is fouled. He'll go to the line with 20.2 left.
Yeah, Banks is saying that he got fouled when he lost the ball, but there was no call, and now it can get to a 3-point game potentially if these 2 free throws can be knocked down for Jefferson.
Jamari Jenkins at the line in crunch time. First one is up and good. Makes it a 2-point game, 62-60 in favor of the Cougars.
Puts Jenkins at 15 points now. 9 of them coming in the second half.
Jenkins' second one is up and off the front of the iron. A 2-point ball game, under 20 left to go. A 3 would win it. A 2 would tie, and we'd be headed to the extra session.
You got to get the ball to Seminaro.
Banks now over to Samaro. Down to Holmes. Holmes' shot is blocked by Wyatt Shively. Will Shively gets the rebound, and the Cougars win. The Cougars win 62-60 in what was a classic game here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. We'll jump right into the post-game show brought to you by Palace Lounge on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out their menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. 62-60 the final. Cougars over Millbrook. Wow is right. A 20-point quarter in that fourth quarter for Millbrook just was not enough to get past Jefferson tonight. And I like the no call at the end. You don't want to put the game in the referee's hands. It's obviously unfortunate for Millbrook, but what a game it was. A very entertaining start to the games that we get to see from the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic, and there's still plenty of action, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, what a fantastic ball game here as we're getting ready. The clock has started, so we're going to have to keep this one going. You got some stats for me, Colin?
Yeah, I do.
Game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South and Inwood. Taking care of you like nobody's business. Colin.
All right, let's start with Millbrook. Leading the way in the score column tonight for Millbrook was Seminaro with 17 points, all coming in the second half. A great night for him. Ford had 8 points. Burns and Powell had 7 points each. Accidentally missed Brown because for the most part he was quiet in the second half. He had 9 first half points, only 2 more to total 11 in total. And then it was Cresswell and Holmes with 4 points each. And last but not least, Henry with 2 points for Millbrook to total up the 60 points for the Pioneers.
What about for the Cougars?
Leading the way, Will Shively. What a night for him. 18 points, 15 coming in the second half, and 9 of those from 3-point range. Behind him with 15 points was Jenkins. Gladney had 12. Johnson had 8 points. Wyatt Shively had 6 points, and then Gore had 3 points, and that's it for Jefferson to get to 62.
All right, now it's time for the post-game awards. We'll start at the bottom column, the moment of the game, brought to you by Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris Ross, the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. I think this is an easy one, in my opinion. I don't know about you.
Yeah, at first it was going to be the one-handed jam from Holmes. I'll give that an honorable mention because you don't see that too often in high school basketball, but it has to go to Will Shively with back-to-back threes on back-to-back possessions for Jefferson to give them the lead in which they were able to hang on to come out with a win tonight.
And you might hear that name in a moment. Now it's time for the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. There wasn't a lot, really, in this game.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot, and it wasn't a true rejection, but it was enough to give the award. I can't remember who it was down low right there on the potential buzzer beater to tie, but there was definitely some pressure down low. It was Wyatt Shively. So there you go. Wyatt Shively getting, even though it wasn't a true clean rejection, it was enough to make sure that the game-tying layup wasn't there, and Jefferson got the
game-tying layup, and it was a win.
Yeah.
Preserve the win for the Cougars. Now, probably this, I guess this is a Shively-filled award section. Player of the game brought to you by Kelly's Allstate Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. The Kelly Allstate Insurance player of the game, Colin, is none other than
Will Shively. I mean, what a game. 18 total points. He was a menace down low as well for Jefferson on both sides of the glass. He was clearly the difference maker tonight and definitely deserving of our player of the game.
All right, well, that will do it for this first broadcast. If you're watching on YouTube, we will end this broadcast and start a new one in the next couple of minutes. But we'll end this broadcast with, for Dylan Bishop, Colin McLaughlin, Braden Schaffner, I'm Spencer Dupuis saying so long. We'll be back in a few moments after this. Cougars take down Millbrook 62-60. We'll be back for Martinsburg versus Light Ridge. After this few minute break, you're tuned into West Virginia High School basketball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back after these messages.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremation, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.